Hello, 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 beautiful world there. I think this is the first live presentation that we conduct because I'm from Oman, I'm an Arab, and I'm from the Arabian Gulf. So most of my presentation, live presentation, are in Arabic because most of the followers, and since we started in Oman, where I belong. So we got some a beautiful number of followers, many followers who believe on this our concept of the therapeutic, the Haquapathy therapy. Let me just adjust the light here to get a good light. All right, great. So this topic, we want to cover this topic specifically where we'll be talking about, about uh, the five principles of your transcendent life or transcendent life. Why we correlate to this? The five pinnacles of your transcendent life, FPTL and Haquapathy. There are five, so I need to abbreviate them. I call them the HHWHT. So the first one is healing. Number two is health, means or the entire all the aspect of health. Number three is your well-being, the wealth, the five pillars of wealth, and the fourth is your living the life that you live today. You feel that you live a heavenly life. So you start to believe that the heaven actually exists. A heaven exists on earth, and that you are preparing yourself to an eternal life that will be heavenly life. And the fifth of these pinnacles is transcendent life. Transcendent life. So let me make it clear here that you may be wondering why we correlate between transcendent life, getting all these pinnacles, the five pinnacles of your transcendent life, and Haquapathy. Right. It's difficult to cover everything in a one just presentation, but I just want to go quickly. And from time to time, you may go to my channel. You find many of recorded video that I uploaded to my channel where I talk about the Haquapathy. I used to use it before the generic word hot water therapy, but recently we wanted to make it unique on a way that we registered USPT in the USPTO, the patent or the copyright under the name of revitalized therapy. So we came to realize that the human being doesn't need to be treated. He just need to be revitalized, because you have your body that does everything, amazing things it does. Your immune system, your every part of your body. When you study biochemistry, you study the human body, you study all the biology of human being. You study every organ, every cell, every part of your body. How do they function accurately without being touched by any human being? That way you were created. You find that something amazing, something beyond imagination. So this is already 14 years. 14 years, 1 4, since I started to campaign about the hot water therapy or the Aqua revitalized therapy, or otherwise we coined it as Haquapathy, simply as one word, Haquapathy, or Haquapathic medicine, HAM, heart, HAM, Haquapathy. What is the meaning of Haquapathy? If you you go to Google, you try to find the meaning of this, you may not find under normal dictionary, because this is a new terminology that we founded, the so-called Haquapathy, Haquapathic medicine, Haqua revitalized therapy. So before I go into these five pinnacles of transcendent life, how you can go from one pinnacle to the next, to the next, to the next. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Nothing is impossible. Look, I like this one. This is where our office is located in Kogro, VTCRC. VTCRC, so noted as Virginia Tech Corporate Research Center. It's directly linked with the Virginia Polytechnic and State University, which is one of the prominent universities, federal university owned by the federal, and is a very prominent. And have the privilege of my son, the first son. He graduated already. He's now with Microsoft, and my other son is now here in the same university. So he's studying business information technology, and he will specialize with cybersecurity. So I love the place. I love the way that they created the VTCS, Virginia Tech Corporate Research Center. So we are a corporate, we are a company, we start up a company. So we wanted to do all this, our strategy, build a strategy. So I came to realize that life is a school that has an endless process of learning. So every day you need to learn something. So you need to understand what is the environment that can build your passion, your endeavor to achieve. So you need to get a beautiful, a nice environment that will suit to your desire, to your vision, for you to take the one step at a time. Okay, so what happened is that when I started to use the therapy myself, when I lose all the upsets, so I found that, okay, yeah, I was cured completely. I was found asymptomatic. All the medical checkup, everything till today, 14 years, I live the healthy life in all aspects in the higher state. Then I started to realize, okay, so I went from one state to the next. So I started to call them these are the pinnacles. That because I started to, through curiosity, how things work, how events take place. I wanted to find out, okay, what's happening to my life and the life of those who follow? What is happening to the life, your life, and many of those who follow up? You could find that, yes, you are moving from one transcendent life, one pinnacle, to the next, to the next, to the next. So I came to find that there are five. Specifically, there are five. Okay. So you see, like here, everything, what is written on the wall here, everything begins with an idea. So never underestimate your idea. Just never quit. You fail when you quit. Just listen to me. You fail when you quit. You already believe in your passion, in your idea. Just move. Move. Do not hesitate. Move and be patient. Just move. And you're going to see yourself how things are moving from one success to the next. So, here, when I start to talk about these five pinnacles of transcendent life, the first, I will give them quickly as by title, then I'll go by detail, just a very quick presentation. Now, the first one is healing from a specific ailment, a disease, or any allergy or any health complication, any dysfunction of your body. That's number one. That's the first. Then you go to the next pinnacle, is to live a healthy life in all the aspects of health. I used to call them 4 aspects of health, but now I believe there are 5 aspects of health. Number 1, the physical health. Number 2, the emotional health. Number 3, the mental health. Number 4, the spiritual health. Number 5, the social health. So the moment you achieve this, which I already achieved, I feel that I enjoy that moment of being healthy life in all aspects. And then you find yourself, you go to the next higher level, which is the next pinnacle of your transcendent life. What is that? Well, live a wealthy life. See, I coined this, a quote. I caught it. Not every rich is wealthy, but every wealthy is rich. So, not just when a person has a lot of money, is rich, fortunate, that means he's wealthy. Yes, any person can be wealthy. But to be wealthy, then I started to understand, okay, how to be really wealthy person. It's just to be rich? No, it's about being wealthy, but you need to go through all this. You need to possess all these 5 of them exclusively and in sequence, according to the top priority, to the next and the next till to the least. What are they? These 5. So I'm going to talk about that later on. But I'll go to the next. So is to live a wealthy life, the 5 factors of wealth. Then you move to the next, is to live a heavenly life. Heavenly life is the life that you live on this earth planet. You start to believe, say, wow, I live a marvelous life, irrespective of challenges, irrespective of what happened in life. But I start to understand that everything is made by me. Means you yourself is you have the key to decide. You have the key, you have the power, you have everything, you have the privilege to be a better you, to be who you want to be, who you're planning to be. But just remember, success comes not just because of who you are, but success comes when you are really determined and you do not quit. Never quit. You believe what you're doing, just move forward. Do not hesitate. Do not hesitate. Right. Okay. So the moment you reach that, then you start to believe that I live a heavenly life. So heavenly life is a life that today on Earth planet, that let me adjust the light because it's an battery operated. So I mean, so we lost one light because I was in a long presentation today. Two presentation I had today. Before I can go with this one with the English one. Okay, great. Right. Okay, so the heavenly life that you live is a night here. It's 11:30, so that's why it's quite dark and so on. So with the light is not enough here in this room. Okay, so you go to the next high being after you start to believe that you live the life today. It's a heavenly life, a life today that you believe there's a life of a heaven on earth, that you enjoy it. Then you prepare yourself to the eternal life. That eternal life, somehow, someday you're gonna die. Nobody gonna be here in this world. Everybody go through the cycle of life. So people are born and so on. They grow up and they pass through the stages of life. Then after that, they leave this. Well, our ancestors, they left already this planet, this earth planet. So that's the meaning that you start to believe that the transcendent life is the life also that take you to the eternal life. Right? Then you move to the next. Is a feeling that you really completed it, that you really believe in so-called the transcendent life. You feel it, you enjoy it, you revive it in every single day of your life. Now let's go one by one on a just quick presentation, just a hint about that. So when you start with the first pinnacle is the moment when you can be cured from a specific ailment or disease, or any allergy, or you solve any problem of that you may have complication or challenge of stress, anxiety, disorder, and all these things. That's number one. Then you go to the next higher, is to live healthy life in all aspects of the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Then you go to the next higher. You start to feel that, yeah, great, I'm going to the next, is to live a wealthy life. And to be wealthy is to possess all the 5 factors of them in sequence, in serial, according to the first priority, top to the list. So number one is the power of your devotion, the endeavor, the power of your faith, your belief. That's number one. Number two, your healthy life in all the aspects, the 5 aspects. Once you reach there, that's great. You already achieve the second factors of the wealth, of a wealthy life. Right. Then you go to the next, happiness. You can't buy happiness with money or with power, but happiness can be any person. So it's that satisfaction you feel. You feel the happiness. You feel the joy. You feel that, yes, I am who am I? I never be. I wrote a quote. I said, I never be the best, but always do my best to be the best. So you can never be the best, but you always believe that you can do the best to be the best. So you always do better. You become a better who you are, the better you, the happiness that you live, the joy life. Then you move to the next. The fourth aspect of wealth is skill and knowledge. How do you make use of your skill to make every success in your life? How you make use of your skill to build up a better you? How you make use of your skill and knowledge to the extent that your life is a school, that every single day you learn and learn and learn. It will never end. As much as you're still alive, you still learn. That's why I say, life is a school that has an endless process of learning. Every day we learn and learn and learn. So every day you learn, but at the same time, other generation, the young generation, they rely on your expertise, they rely on information, whether you write a book or whether you transfer this information, transmit this information. I mean, you just keep on moving from the next better who you are in terms of your skill and knowledge. Then the fifth is opulence, money. So the more money you make, why I use the word opulence more than just only money, because opulence is to have a lot of money. So it's possible. It's not impossible. You can make money, and that money you feel that yes, you deserve to own that money, and you feel the joy of the money that you have. But you need to remember all the other factors of wealth. So, in the moment when you reach these 5 factors of wealth, that's the time when you proclaim yourself, yes, I am wealthy. I am wealthy. Right. So, wealthy life, that's already the third pillar of the uh, pinnacles of transcendent life. Then you go to the next. The next is to start to fulfill. You believe, as I mentioned before, the, that you live a heavenly life here on earth, irrespective of what you see, what you hear, the negative, I don't know what, from the news, I don't know what, the pandemic, all these things, the bad news. But the fact is, you be who you are. You can be who you are. You make who you are. So, is that you start to feel that the success is created by you, and every achievement is for you. You can do it. You have the willpower. You have the capability. You have the potential to do it. Right, but something is missing here. But anyway, why you cannot achieve all this? So let's finish all these 5 pinnacles, and I'm gonna connect with Haquapathy in a quick way. Right. So once you reach the fourth pinnacle of your wealth, of your of your life, then you go to the next. You start to feel the transcendent life. Transcendent life. You may Google that. What is transcendent life? So you start to feel that. Yeah, life is so beautiful. I live and I enjoy and I have all. I mean, I reach the higher being. So the moment when you reach that transcendent life, you feel that you have already reached the higher state of who you are and who you deserve to be. So you can cope with life, with stress, and with the challenges and what happening and all turbulent what's happening. Whatever is happening in your life, you still all have the being optimistic that it's just a temporary, it's gonna pass. And when so you feel that joy, you feel the better you feel the power of who you are. Now, how to reach these 5 pinnacles of life? The 5 pinnacles of life can be achieved. Just remember that one part you are the body that you can see. You can see your hand, it's part of your body. You can see your eyes from the mirror. You can see all parts of your body. You know that every organ of your body. You know you have heart, you have kidneys, you have the brain, you have the. I mean, every single organ of your body, every part of of your body, every single cell of your body is one part. Is that the physical of you, the body. But remember, you have the other side, the unseen, the power of you, the spiritual you. So your body and spirit, they are twins. As much as you're still alive, you need to know and you need to believe that you are one part, the body, but the other part that is unseen is the soul. So the body and soul, they are twins. But then we need to understand that what does do all these mistakes and all this turbulence and all this trouble that's happening in the world is from the body. The brain is part of our body, is irrevocably one of the organs of the body, of our body. So the brain, the way it takes information, it sort information, and the way you put it into action and so on, all this happening. But usually the brain does not do the 100%. A lot of mistakes happening. So is the cause of troubles also. You know why? It's not about magic. This is a fact. You need to move the other way. So keep your body, your brain, keep it behind, and keep your soul to be in the forefront. Your soul. So make use of your soul. I'm talking here. I'm making this live show somebody's watching here or not watching, but I mean, anytime you're watching with this live or after that, it's a recorded one after this, you're gonna watch it. You feel it. You feel that I see you because my soul reach you, but my body doesn't reach you. My eyes doesn't see you. You may see me, so that's your part of your body, your eyes, but your soul will feel. So when you feel, is that because my body and your body, through the DNA, we are all resembling. We're twins by 99.99, correct? The DNA of every human being, right? But the soul, my soul and your soul, 100%. It's up to you, believe or not, but this is what I mean, 100%. My soul and your soul is exactly the same. And soul, they do not contradict, they do not destroy. So when you use the power of you, like Tony Robbins in his book he wrote with title Unleash the Power Within. That means you have the power. You have the inner power. That power, you don't see it by naked eyes, but you believe that you have it. You exist with it. But that power is there. So what is the cause of stress? What is the cause of anxiety? What is the cause of all addictions? Is the time when a person live in a way that is like a swimming in water, in a current of water that's so powerful enough that make you feeling you're on the same, just going around and around and around, circulating, and you try to feel like you're drowning. You're drowning, so you feel you're not moving. You lose hope, you lose everything. That's the way you go through stress and anxiety, all these emotional disorder, all this that's happening to you life for people is because of addiction. All this happening because you start to lose hope. You want to get rid of this life. You feel you hate this life. That's the moment where your brain start to put you in a situation which is so bad, anxiety, all this disorder. So that moment, no moment of negativity, moment of feeling, oh, life is so difficult, life is so painful, you start to blame XYZ and so on. That's a moment. Remember, every single success goes back to you and your loved one, and every failure, you are responsible. You have the power, you have the tool. But remember, you cannot run a traditional vehicle without following exactly the manufacturer's recommendation in terms of the fuels. And when I say the fuels of a vehicle, traditional vehicle, that means the brake oil, the engine oil, the engine coolant, the transmission oil, and the fuel that runs the vehicle, all this under one name, the fuel. But remember, that vehicle that you drive, you need to abide with the manufacturer recommendation in terms of the specification of the fuels, each of these fuels. The brake oil, you cannot use the brake oil and put in the engine, and vice versa. You cannot use another oil from another specification and put in your vehicle. You're going to destroy it because you need to follow the manufacturer recommendation. That vehicle was invented based on the manufacturer's recommendation. So you need to abide with the fuels to keep the vehicle to run and to perform at 100% performance. Number one. Number two, you need to abide with the manufacturer's recommendation in terms of the regular maintenance, if you really want to maintain that vehicle. But the vehicle is invented. Listen to me. You are not invented. You are created. So no human being can create a creation or can manipulate a creation, a nature. So we coin them all these. Every creation is part of the nature. A tree is part of nature. You are irrevocably part of this nature. An ant, an animal, any plant, any animal, any living organism, all these are part of this creation. So since you are part of this nature, you are created, then how could it be that you are a machine, that you start to treat yourself like you need a manufactured fuel or so-called medicine or drugs to make you who you are, or the vaccines to make you, for example, to protect you against virus, I don't know what, pathogens and disease, I don't know what. No, but something's going wrong. When you are created, remember, but see, human being is so smart enough that scientists have reached to do amazing, technological advances and the research and development and all these things. This is about creation, creativity. You create something, you invent. So they invent, they create, but they invent and they manufacture. They did advanced research. They reach a lot of advance. But remember, but no of any scientist or whatever any human being has ever been able to create even the smallest creation. I mean, creature, like an ant, like a mosquito, like even part of your tiny part of your body, your hair or your nail. There is no science that can ever be able to do part of a nail. And so if you have lost your nail, then they will put you another nail that will grow like any nail. That is unnatural. Your natural, the part of you. There's no way. Or a finger. If you lose your finger or somebody lose a finger, there is no any manufacturers that technology can make another finger that will have all the circulatory system, the blood flow, everything, and the movement. It's just robotic, but it will not be exactly. So that's what we say the limit of human being. Human has the capability to what? To invent, to fabricate, then to study how evolution of nature, how does it function? Every single nature, including you. But when it comes to treat it, it must be remain the same way, respected it. So human being has to be respected the way that the nature of human is. So what Haquapathy does, it comes from three words. Haquapathy is denoted as hot aqua therapy. Pathy is coming from so hot, okay, as hot with a, I mean hot. Then aqua, which is from Latin word that means water, and pathy means therapy. Comes from healing. So it's a healing from hot water. So hot water you may underestimate, but that carries tremendous mysteries. That's the exclusive source of creation and growth of every human being. You need to understand the pathophysiology, you need to understand the methodology, you need to understand the temperature, you need to understand the distribution, the program, the daily program, and you need to understand also the modalities. It comes with very modalities. One is the gulping method. I want to gulp my aqua. Means I want to drink my hot water. I want to gulp my aqua. And Haqua, as I mentioned, so Haqua is already a brand that Haqua revitalized, is our brand that we wanted to brand it because we we founded the Haquapathic medicine, Haqua revitalized therapy, or other word, and it's simply just Haquapathy. So we believe that Haquapathy is the 21st century healthcare system that really maintain to understand that you are part of the creation and you're a creature, and only your body like a vehicle, it runs based on the manufacturer's recommendation. Then your body, your system, vehicle is a system, but the fuels run the vehicle. Now, regular maintenance and the fuel of the vehicle. The same thing with you because you are created. Then exclusively only the created this part of the nature that has been created is for you as the fuel to keep your system to run. So when you put this with connection with any part of your biochemistry reaction, anatomy, your in the chemist of human body, biochemist, and when you look at the laws of the physics, like thermodynamics, laws of thermodynamics, all this everything related to the human being, you find that. Haqua is directly linked. And not just only that, Haqua is about the four elements, the four fuels. Essentially, we coin them the fields, the four essential elements of life. Fields. Now, why? Because these fields, they supply every single organ of your body, including your brain, with the fuels, exclusive natural fuels: water, oxygen, hydrogen, and energy. Now, look, every single part of these fuels, what do they do to your body? How you can do even your own study and start to see what does your brain use in terms of water? How is made up of how much water? 78% water, which is the engine part of your body, control everything. What about oxygen? 20% of your brain use every single day oxygen, 20%, which is highest than any part of the body. How much? What is the role of hydrogen? That's been found by scientists that including Albert Szent-Györgyi, the biochemist, Nobel Prize winner, biochemist, American, Hungarian biochemist. He won a Nobel Prize. That hydrogen, that no electron in the living system moves without being accompanied by hydrogen. Let me grab my Hago. Right. So no electrons. So your brain, the neurons, all these things, they rely on how much hydrogen in your brain, in the nervous system, in your body, everywhere. So for your brain, to take information, to store information, you need that fuel. Then you have the fourth type of the fuel is the energy. Your brain consume or use 20% of the entire body's energy, which is the highest than any part of the body. So you just imagine, how can you maintain this amount of fuels to every single organ of your body, including your brain, of course, all that through the circulatory system. So you need to maintain Haquapathy, Haquapathic medicine, revitalized therapy, maintain to Haquate your body all throughout, because that's the time when your fetal development, the time when you were growing in the womb of your mother, that took place naturally. So it was given to you free. It's there. It's there. Amniotic fluid. Supply the body, the baby, with water, oxygen, hydrogen, energy. But at the time we were born, you would all that discontinue. So from that moment when a child is born, you need to start to be given use all this methodology of the Hakwa revitalized therapy. But the temperature changes between ages. So with children, in terms of the quantity, in terms of the methodology, modalities, all are completely different. So, but when it comes to adult, then again, it changes. So I need to follow the discipline, need to follow all this BCADU that I coined them with the meaning of believe, implement, continue, appreciate, discipline, understand. The moment you go through that, then you start to go through the transcendent life, passing through all these pinnacles of the transcendent life. Believe or not, at the end, it's for your benefit. It's for you and your loved one. I wish you a wonderful time and enjoy this moment, this live presentation, and watch it and spread it. Spread the word. Spread the video. Share to your loved one. Put a like and subscribe. Sometime you may find in our channel with more than 41,000 subscribers. We have a lot of followers, and we have also good anecdotal evidence that come from those who come with benefits, and most of them are coming from Arab country, because that's where we were focusing before, when we wanted to spread this information. So we believe that it's a moment of enjoying the 21st century healthcare system, that you are not invented, you are not fabricated. This is a moment to understand that human, whatever achievement has done in terms of invention. But when it comes to healthcare system, I'm sorry to say that the healthcare system is collapsing day by day, because we human beings, we are at war with the pandemics, with the diseases that destroy our loved one, destroy one by one. Then at the end, what? Because at the end, you've come to realize that you are on a denial stage of denial. You start to feel, no, I'm not sick. I'm not diabetes. I don't have high blood pressure. What's going on? Why I'm being told that I'm hypertensive? I have high blood pressure. Or I have my sugar is high. Or any complication, any disease, or any abnormality, or stress, anxiety, all these things. Why some people start to go even to become addicted to something? They go into narcotic addictions. Why? Because they are not in satisfaction of what's happening in life. They're in a lost world. So people start to feel this. So with the information technology, today information just spread like lightning, like that. It reaches everywhere at every time, at every moment. Make use of this. Make use of this Haquapathy that you never get from anywhere else. And the information that you gain, put like, subscribe, share to your loved one, make this information keep on spreading it. Spread the knowledge. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful time in your life. Enjoy the video. and share the video, like the video, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Bye bye. I got one small comment. Her name is Yubi Jack, very strong follower. And she put there, Sabah al khair, Dr. Faris AlHajri, Nawart. Good morning, Faris. Nawart means you've enlightened the show because she's one of the followers and she believes so much. And from time to time back, because most, when we do this live presentation, presently I'm here in Virginia. So the time I have been doing this is too late, is now, particularly, specifically, is already 11:55 p.m. So close to midnight, 5 minutes to midnight. So in the Middle East is just early in the morning. So usually we find when I'm going live, I try to do with the time that to coincide with the in the eastern part, so that those who attend they can show they support, they show they joy in the words of thankful to say thank you so much with this Haquapathic medicine, hot water therapy, that we felt the change in our life and our loved one. It's been 14 years. 14 years. Yeah, thank you so much.